Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview February 11th, 2015 on Hump Day. Yes, traders, it is Wednesday, middle of our trading week. And remember traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, I'm coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand, where it is bright and early in the morning in my side of the world. Blue skies, chilly breeze, not quite jacket weather yet, but it feels good. It's nice to have some coolness. As you all know, Thailand is tropical and it is very warm most of the year, so I'm really enjoying the opening windows and doors. It's been absolutely wonderful. Good to be with you on a Wednesday. Have a lot to talk about, and let's get moving. Got charts and all that good stuff. My name is William Gilda. I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I started trading in 2006, believe it or not, after watching an infomercial at 2 a.m. in the morning. And in 2008, I retired from a wonderful career of 27 years with the Fire Rescue Department out of the great state of Florida. Traders, I took a 3-month holiday to Thailand to celebrate my 27-year career, and well, it's 2015, traders, and I'm still here. The nice thing about Thailand is its time zone. One thing that I never liked in the U.S. was the daylight savings time thing where they change the clocks all the time. Thailand, the time is what it is and it doesn't change, and we really enjoy that. The other nice thing is I can trade all 3 trading sessions and still get a good night's rest. However, the New York session is pretty short, no more than like 2.5 3 hours until we go back to daylight savings time where I can trade more hours in the New York session. Right now, if you do 3 hours, that brings me up to 11 p.m. So it gets kind of late to start entering trades at 11 o'clock at night for me, because I don't like keeping trades overnight. All right, that's just a little bit about myself. Let's get this legal stuff out of the way. This is our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Most of all, traders, please, please, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. So whatever system you used before doesn't mean your new system is going to give you those same results. Or demo account to live account, you will see a difference. All right, traders, let's get over to news and commentary. News today is, there is no data today except that they're having this Euro group meeting that is to last all day. And other than that, there is really FOMC Fisher speaks in New York, which is like 13 hours away. So there is really nothing that comes out and hits me and says, gosh, let's talk about that. So as far as the calendar go, the big thing is this Eurogroup meeting. And I didn't do a lot of research on it, to be honest with you. It sort of hit me last night. I did a webinar, and I heard it from Trade the News. And so I haven't done a lot, but I'm thinking that they're trying to get everybody on the same track. And Draghi's trying to get everybody to basically go with this quantitative easing, and let's get this thing moving, and let's get going, let's stimulate the economy. And I think that's what this is all about. And they're just trying to get everybody on the same track. And of course, the other big issue in the news is Greece. What are they doing? How are they doing it? And are they going to stay in the Eurozone? Are they leaving the Eurozone? Do they need a bailout? Where is the IMF? I haven't heard anything from the IMF in weeks. So not quite sure what's going on there. I know Lagarde was under investigation several months ago. I don't know if that's cleared up or not, but sure haven't heard from the IMF. All right, let's talk about how the markets closed yesterday. The Dow 30 closed up 0.79%. The S&P 500 closed up 1.07%. NASDAQ closed up 1.30%. And the Russell 2000 closed up 0.62%. Good job out of the U.S. as far as everybody was in the green. Going over to the Eurozone, the DAX closed up 0.85%. The FTSE 100 unfortunately closed barely in the red at 0.12%. The CAC 40 was in the green at 0.96%. And the Euro Stoxx 50 closed positive 1.06%. Good job over there. Let's head over to my side of the world and let's take a look at what's going on. It looks like the Nikkei must be on holiday today because I see red. So this is yesterday's. They closed yesterday at 0.33%. Everybody else is in the green, so that means that they are actively trading. And the S&P ASX 200 is in the red at negative 0.62%, with the Shanghai at 0.13%, just in the green, and the Hang Seng really just in the green at positive 0.05%. And ending this one with the Kospi is at positive 0.52%. So that's looking where we're at there. So that's what's going on in the calendar and the markets. I mean, you're just gonna, I don't know what kind of news feed you use. If you listen to Bloomberg, CNN, Money, whoever you use, you're gonna need to keep it on today because I have no idea what this Euro group. One person can say something and it can throw the market in a whirl. So be careful with your trades. Keep an eye on them. Listen to what's going on. Don't go into this blind. Okay, stay open-minded and be ready to change if you have to. Basically, what that means, if you have to bail out, get the heck out and take the hit. Okay. We're going to take a look at some 60-minute Forex charts to review, and as usual, we're going to hit the euro dollar. This is euro dollar. We talked about this yesterday that I was expecting a bounce. Well, it bounced and it's been sideways ever since, and that's the inactive zone between the close of New York and now. Even the end of New York was pretty sideways. So I only want to sell the euro dollar. So I'm hoping this breaks this trend line by London Open, and that is almost 6 hours away as we are coming up at 0200 GMT right at the moment. And 15 minutes, 10 minutes until that happens. So, I want to sell this. I don't want to buy this. So you say, well, William, what if this decides, hey, I want to go up? That's great. If it takes out see that blue wick there from that one blue candle right at the bottom of the trend line, if it takes that high out, you know what? I'm with you. I'll take that up for 30 pips to the 200 exponential moving average. Absolutely. I don't like counter trend trading. It's not my style of trading, but I would, but I don't think that's going to happen, especially with this Eurogroup meeting going on. It's going to be touchy-feely today. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's go over to the pound dollar. Yeah, I know you're saying, is this yesterday's chart? It's yesterday's fib, but it's not yesterday's chart. We've waited basically 24 hours to get to where we wanted this to be, and we wanted it to get up to the 38.2. And it did come down. So you made your pips yesterday. So the trade plan yesterday worked. I was able to use the same chart, just move some numbers around. But we are right now at a prime spot. I would love to see this dump now in about 3 or 4 hours. Let this thing give us a nice big red bearish engulfing candle. Let's take this down, and I'd love to see this bounce right through the 200 exponential moving average at 1.5197. Looking at our Aussie been sideways. Did do a nice trade yesterday. I'd like to see this bump up a little bit. Well, a little bit close. This ain't too bad at 38.2. And we could take this down to support. I'd like to get below that at that 0.77 level. But I'd like to see this bump up in the next couple of hours, and then we could take this down. Don't get me wrong. If this gives us a bearish engulfing candle, and this gives us a signal to go short, go ahead and take it, because there's quite a few pips here. We're at 77.80, and we can take this all the way down to 46, so we can get a good 30 pips out of that. I'd rather it come up though to 50% of the 618 and then take it down. But I'll take the 30 pips. That's basically what I'm telling you. So if it gives us the bearish move signal to take it short, do it. I would not do it now, though. Don't hit that trigger yet. I'd wait for the London Open on this one. Definitely wait for the London Open on this one. Here's a Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie is in the same conundrum as it was yesterday. It's still in this 176 pip range. Only thing I added today was I added that trend line. Now my consensus is that this is bearish. I'd like to see this come up to the top there to resistance, and you know what? We'll take it all the way down. If it breaks the 200, then it's got to break that trend line, close, and then I would take it down. We have plenty of pips, so that's not an issue. There's plenty of pips there to get break even and make profits, and so either way you look at it. But that's a pretty big, nice blue candle that we're seeing there, and that was taken within the last hour. So that's a current candle. So I'd like to see this, come back up to that yellow line, and you know what? Let's take this back down. Like I said, it's 176 pip range, so there's plenty of pips here to take. It's just what direction you want to take it in. If you wanted to counter, I call it counter trend trade. I'd wait for the next candle to come out, and if it gives you a higher low, you can jump in that and take that up to the resistance line. The problem is you got a lot of stuff left of the chart there, and that I call junk. And prices reacted to that price level. So I'm not on that boat. I'm not looking to take this to the upside. But it is an option. Traders, this is the Euro Yen. The Euro Yen, I'm happy to say, has broken out finally, has broken resistance, has come up. It's also taken out the previous high on the daily chart. We might have a change of trend happening here. So we want this to pull back. Do I think it's going to pull back to the 50%? No. Do I think it can come back to the 61.8? Absolutely. But there's nothing to do here. In fact, this fib is really not legitimate because we don't have two candles to the right and two candles to the left. And if this comes above where I fib, that means you have to change your fib. So you're going to have to do a little homework on this one. I couldn't trend line. This wasn't a trend line trade. I needed a fib. I needed something to know what was going on. So I did this fib, but really it's not legitimate because we don't have two to the right and two to the left on the upside. So just keep an eye on that. Remember, we want to wait for the London Open. And ending our six pairs is the New Zealand dollar. This is in a mess. I just hate to tell you, it's in a mess. It's coming up against resistance. It's bouncing on the daily. I just like to see this thing just dump past this 200 in this trend line, and let's just take this down. I really don't want to mess with this, but this has hit this resistance area like, what, 6 times and hasn't been able to break through it. Okay, that's enough. You've done enough up here. Let's go. Let's take you back to the downside. And unfortunately, with this Eurogroup meeting today, I don't think it's going to happen. But that's my plan. I want to take this short, a break of this trend line. Okay. Now, when I say a break of the trend line, I'm also saying a break of this 200 exponential moving average, which is at 0.7391. We want to see that break that also. All right. So we would like to see that break that, and let's take this down. And let's short this thing. Let's get some pips in the pip basket. All right, traders. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I'd like to thank you for joining me on this Wednesday, February 11th, 2015, and what a beautiful day it is. Looking forward to trading today, and I wish you all the success and grab those profits. Traders, until tomorrow, before the London Open, this is William Gilday saying, live from Pattaya, Thailand. Take care, and